Well, a report looking at the health of Spain's banking system is due out today. The Spanish government hired independent consultants to figure out just how much money it needs to inject into struggling banks. Europe has offered to loan Spain up to $126 billion. Meanwhile, protesters, furious about new austerity measures, marched in dozens of cities across the country. They say the bank bailout will come at the expense of Spanish citizens.
Defend your rights was the mantra of the marchers, and the call was heeded in coordinated events in cities across the whole country. The numbers protesting in Madrid on Wednesday evening were weak in comparison to previous demonstrations, but the slogans remained strong. Anyone wanting to understand how deep and desperate the crisis in Spain has become need look no further than the plight of Alexis and Rocío. At the start of this year, they lived in a publicly subsidized apartment, granted because of Rocío's physical disability. But after missing just 3 months' rent, they and their 11-year-old son were thrown out into the street. Already 85% blind, Rocío's sight is rapidly deteriorating. And as if things couldn't get worse, earlier this week she fell and broke 2 toes.
I can't be with my son either. I see my family is destroyed, wrecked. What hope am I going to have? The street. And not being able to see my child as he grows up when I lose my sight. What else can you ask for? I've got no hope at all.
In all, the deal should see Spain get €100 billion to recapitalise its debt-laden banks. Contrary to what Madrid said over the weekend, however, the aid looks almost certain to come with strings, notably EU monitoring.
Clearly, the Eurogroup wanted to cover all eventualities, even under the most adverse scenarios. And it still wanted to have an additional safety margin in order to dissipate all doubts about the robustness of the assistance and our determination, the Eurogroup determination to act to safeguard financial stability.
The initial reaction on the financial markets to the aid was good, although it soon fizzled out. Some analysts say the size of the fund for Spain's banks was much higher than they expected. The fact that a decision was taken to provide even more financial aid than was anticipated shows that there are fears that the crisis will get worse. In addition, uncertainty surrounding the outcome of Greece's election only adds to the pressure.